Hi, everyone. So, we are here at Conrad Manila for Inspired Beginnings 2022. So, I'm joined with my lovely co supplier, Amanda. Amanda, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
I'm good. So, we're here all together. Actually, we have a beautiful amount of teams here. Like, iba-iba yung mga teams, no? Together,
Yes.
we're part of the same
We're
team
one
and
team.
one team, part of the same group. I'll be chatting with our entire team
Yes.
throughout our, of course, live stream for today. For those who are watching, Amanda naman live na tayo. Okay?
Wow, how nice. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. For those who are watching, we encourage everyone who are watching live, if you have comments or questions, we would love to, of course, hear from you and answer any questions for soon-to-wed couples watching right now. Also, we have many different booths here. If you want to visit Conrad Manila and you want to see, of course, the different, meet different suppliers and see, of course, what everyone has to offer. We have booths here. Amanda, we have our booth.
Yes, we have our booth. Please come and visit our booth. Right now, we do have our live models there. We have the gown by Patricia Santos. You'll see her beautiful gowns.
Yes.
Aside from the live model, we have another one there on our booth. And then we have the suit from Boy Castner Santos as well there with Patricia's.
That's right. Boy Kastner and Patricia Santos were all part of the same team. For
Yes, we
anyone who books any team, we have special offers. And of course, Amanda, you were kind
Ours.
enough to give a 2-night, 3-day stay in
a White House in Boracay. So for anyone that books anyone from our team, you're entitled to one raffle ticket. So basically, we are going to draw after today, and we have other special prizes. So we have a bridal bouquet from Gideon Hermosa. We have note cards from Kasali. We have 12 mini cakes from Honey Glaze.
Very, very nice. So for all soon-to-wed couples who are interested, and of course, booking our team, there are many teams available for today. But if you guys are interested in booking the team of Amanda, and of course, you'll meet the rest of the team in just a bit. You can just check us out. Of course, visit the Conrad Manila, and we'd be happy to talk to you. But Amanda, let's talk about your process, because we're here to interview each and every supplier for our team. In coordination, what a lot of couples feel kasi they can do it on their own. 'Di ba? Can you highlight what are the things you feel you've gone through every particular problem na in doing a wedding, 'di ba? What do you think couples doing it for the first time might not foresee in putting together their own wedding?
Well, for couples, they don't know what happens behind the scenes.
Yes.
There are many things that happen behind the scenes. There's so many things you have to do. So it's not just putting your suppliers together and booking your venue. It's everything else that comes with it that you have to make sure comes into play on the day. So basically, that's it. That's what we help them with. Of course, we give them the advice that is needed, and we want it to go as smooth as possible for them to enjoy instead of them just thinking of the things they have to do
Tama.
or the things that their friends or family may have forgotten to do.
Tama.
And another option especially is because I do a lot of destinations and outdoor
Yes.
weddings, right? So you always have to have a plan B.
Tama.
And sometimes you don't think about that. And then it suddenly rains and you're left with nothing. So that is something we have to, talk
Think
about,
about.
decide, have in place already, so you
Yes.
can just enjoy the moment. But it's not just the weather.
Yes.
Sometimes there are certain things that happen that you'll
Technical.
need a plan B, technical issues,
Yes.
right? So, for example, one time we had a wedding in the airplane.
Yes. In an
We
airplane.
did that wedding in AirAsia with Gideon and Madge.
Yes,
So
yes.
we did that. So the music for the bridal march was supposed to play over the PA system.
Okay.
And last minute when we were on air, they did not allow to do that and it wasn't playing. So, of course, our team members that were on the flight,
What did you do?
they had their laptops.
Ayun.
We had the music there. Last minute, they thought about playing it over the microphone
Ayun, be.
and playing it on the laptop.
Yun.
So it worked out, right?
It worked out.
So, but there are so many things that you only get to experience because you've been doing this over and over
Over
again.
and over again. Tama. So,
Yes.
like, one thing that they always say, diba? Like, for couples looking to do it themselves, yes, you might plan everything if everything goes right. But coordinators are there to, actually, all season suppliers are there and coordinators to be there in case something goes wrong.
Yes, yes, of course.
And you have the experience.
Yes, we do.
what's your process with coordinating with couples? Like, how do you go about it from beginning to end with them?
So, of course, in the beginning, I do a meeting with my couples. Usually, it's via Zoom now, of course, but we can meet up. It's via Zoom, and we discuss what we do. So, I discuss my packages and what the process is going to be. So, once they sign up with us, we do create chat groups with our clients via WhatsApp or Viber, and then we ask for a meeting. So, usually, it's via Zoom, and then we show them our checklist. And I discuss everything that is going to happen throughout the planning. So, they have an idea. And then I give them the priorities. So now,
Priorities.
yes, the
I love that.
priorities to book, right? So usually it would be your location and then your suppliers.
Yes.
Right. So and then so basically your photographer, videographer, hair and makeup, entertainment, MC. You know, because they get booked really fast.
Yes.
Not just the venue. So the supplier you might want is not available anymore. Right? So those are my priorities. And then, of course, the guest list.
Yes, of
so
course.
that is also very important. So you put together their email addresses, their cell phone numbers, the list. So those would be my priorities to do. And then we go down the road of the other things we have to do.
Very, very nice. So I love you. You have your plan. You have your chat group. You have your priorities, which is important. Do they get excited when you line it up? Na ito yung gagawin natin, or do they get overwhelmed?
They do. In the beginning, they're like, it's so overwhelming.
Yeah.
There's so many things they have to do.
Yeah.
But, you know, the way I tell them is that when we start with the things we need, little by little, you know, you'll see that, hey, we're done already. There are certain things. So those that like to do stuff ahead of time, usually they're finished way ahead of time.
Oh.
But there are other people that, of course, you know, are very busy. But we make sure that before they even get to the week of the wedding, they're done already.
You give them a nudge na parang guys, we
yes.
have to get these done. And
Yes.
those are the parts of the things that if you have a coordinating team, those things you really don't have to worry about.
And certain things that they don't get to decide. Let's say, oh, my music for the cake cutting. Or, you know, my introduction song. If they
Tama.
don't decide on that, we'll have certain things ready already for them.
Na naka-template, like things that have
Yes.
worked and then are tried and tested.
Exactly.
Last question, Amanda. What I want to ask, what's the most fulfilling part of doing this with couples?
Is when they're happy after the wedding. You know, when they walk down the aisle, I also feel, you know, wow, it's so nice. I see when my couples are so in love. When they cry, I sometimes cry. You know, when there are very important parts of the wedding day. And then to me, it's the thank you after. You know,
Tama.
more than anything, that they're happy and they become my friends.
Oh.
Right? So that's the nicest part. You're part of the most important day of their lives. And to me, that is what matters.
And that goes with every single couple. Like,
Yes.
diba, you have to show up
Yes.
every single time. Amanda, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Amanda Tirol, ladies and gentlemen, of course, we've been working together for years. It's always a pleasure. Amanda, thank you.
Thank you.
So now we are going to be showcasing another part of our team. This man over here, of course, he's known for his amazing photos and his nangbubudol ng sneakers. Nangbubudol ng sneakers yan. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to introduce Team Pat D. Let's have a watch. All right, I am here with Nelwyn Uy and Chisay Bautista under Team Pat D. Hello, guys. I mean, photographs are a gigantic part of capturing the moments, diba? There are so many special moments in a wedding celebration. Can you take us through your process with couples? Whoever wants to go.
Basically, it all starts with inquiry, di ba? So, parang the office takes the inquiries naman, they answer it, they give all the parang details of the photographers, kay Chisay, Kali, Pat Di mismo, and me. So, it's up to the couple to choose siguro, basically what they see in the parang sa social media, the style they want, portfolio. So, they inquire about it. So, once na parang they decided to select yung photographer na, sometimes they set parang meetings, di ba, to meet us, parang whether talk about yung talagang parang style mo, parang personal. So they want to know you eh.
You have conversations then of like you get a feel. That's kasi diba usually I mean we work together during the reception program, but it's really interesting to get your process. So when you chat with them, Chisay, do you get an idea of how you want to shoot them na
Yes,
pag
like-
nakakausap mo sila?
Like it's more of getting, we get to know them, di ba? That's very important for us. So at least nalalabas namin yung character nila when we shoot them. Like we're not limited kasi to one style lang. So for example, bagay ba sa kanya high fashion? Bagay ba sa kanya yung very candid? So we take that into consideration all the time.
Can you give me an example of how let's say you've you've talked to a couple, nafe-feel mo na kung paano mo siya shoot?
For example, may ibang couples ay very smiley sila. So, pag nag-shoot kami, mas pinapasmile namin sila. Kung kaya naman nila mag-fierce, papa-fierce namin sila.
Parang
Yes.
fierce, medyo editorial sort of
Yes,
shots.
yes, yes.
When you say, medyo fierce sila, we'll go with the editorial
Yes,
type
yes.
of thing.
Meron din kasi kaming couple, sinasabi nila na, hindi kami magaling mag-smile masyado or maging fierce. But then from there, parang fina-fine-tune na lang namin siya. So, we look at how they are. Kung kaya naman niya gawin, papatry namin. And then sasabihin namin, kaya mo naman pala so bagay sa'yo.
So that's why the talk, the interview is so important kasi how you go about it, you want to make sure it's them when you shoot them. Here's a question. What are different ways that you make the couple feel comfortable? Because not everyone is comfortable in front of the camera. What are the things that you guys personally do to make the couples feel comfortable?
Before we start shooting, we make sure that we prep the couples first. So, for example, like I tell them na once I direct you guys, di ba, don't overthink it, just go for it lang. That's why you're shooting din kasi you're going to post this di ba?
Yeah.
Sa houses mo and you want na lumabas yung personality mo.
And to add to that, that's why yung parang sobrang important is yung prenup shoot. Parang they get us also for that. Kasi doon na-experiment parang, di ba?
You get comfortable.
Oo, parang experimenting. Parang kung bagay ba sa kanila yung parang high fashion style or candid style or lifestyle.
At saka practice na din yun for them during the wedding, di ba? So they'll feel more comfortable na with you. Ito gusto ni Chusay pagawa sa akin. Or gusto ito pagawa ni Nelwyn or ni Pat, ni Kali, ganon.
So that's why it's nice if couples want to really feel comfortable, get a prenup and a on-site para at least you can warm up to your photographer and their team. And likewise, vice versa, warm up din kayo sa kan. That's actually a really, really good thing to highlight. That's actually not something a lot of couples think about in that sense. For couples who are watching now, what can they expect when they avail your services? What packages do you offer? What choices do they have?
Well, we have a service only, and then we also have service only meaning like we're just going to shoot your wedding, and then we have a package na all in naman. So you have like the prenup shoot, you have the wedding itself, you have an SDE, an album and prints, and USB as well. So
That's a lot.
basically that's what's inside the all-in package.
Pang memories
Yeah.
na.
Yes,
Pang
basically memory box siya.
Pang Christmas na Christmas.
Yes.
Ito yung ayun, itong
Exactly.
USB na binigay sa akin na kumikinang kayo, iba yung USB nyo To end, it's been wonderful talking to you guys. What are the most fulfilling things when working with couples for you guys? What's the most fulfilling moments for you guys?
For me, it's when after they watch the SDE. Yes. Dun ko kasi nakikita lahat na parang, oh my God, it's done. Nakikita mo masaya yung couple. Tsaka there are times kasi when they watch the SDE, they look back at you and they're like, oh my God, ang galing. Sobrang solid. So dun pa lang, you know that you did a great job. Kasi nobody knows what's happening behind the scenes.
Yes.
Diba? Whether there's something bad going on, good going on, diba? Nobody knows that. So just looking at each other and be like, you guys did a great job. We pulled it off. Yun, that's for me. That's the most satisfying.
For me naman, for mostly yung post-wedding deliverables na parang na-deliver mo na yung album to them and yung mga printouts. Kasi iba yun na parang when you get to see yung parang pictures mo hanging on their house, sa walls ng houses nila. Parang sobrang saya, di ba? Na parang wow.
Tsaka pag
that's my
ginagawang
art.
DP yung
Parang ganun,
yung
yeah.
photos natin.
ginagawang profile
Yeah,
pic.
kag ginagawang profile pic.
So
We
it's
did a great job.
final output, di ba? Yung albums kasi it's the tangible things, di ba? Na parang wow, this is it.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. I want to touch on one last thing. Sometimes I love it when yung song choice with the on-site really swak sa kwento. How much thought do you guys put into song choice when it comes to the on-site photo slideshow?
Yun din, inaano namin we adjust to the couple, whatever their personality. Like we don't choose songs randomly. We make sure na bale parang it's like it's customized for them.
That's wonderful. Chisay, Nelwyn, very, very nice talking to you both. If anyone, any couple watching or any client watching wants to avail of Team Pat D's services, where can they get in touch?
So you guys can check out our Instagram account. So that's Team Pat D, Nelwyn Oy Photo, Caliber King, Chisay, and Pat D. So, yeah.
May two ata
Ay,
kanya eh.
Pat D 11.
11
Sorry.
ba yun?
Yeah.
Pat the
Pat the
11.
11, yes.
Those are flash naman on screen, which you can see right here. So there you have it. Nelwyn, thank you very much. Chisai, thank you very much. Very nice chatting with you both. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's Chisai, Bautista, and Nelwyn Uy of Team Pat D. Check them out. Pat D. I had the pleasure of chatting with Nelwyn Uy and Chisai Bautista of Team Pat D. You can get in touch through their handles or head over to, of course, Team Pat D and check out, of course, how you can avail of their services. I am now joined with Madge Lejano, the Madge Lejano. Hello. Hi,
Hi.
Madge. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Oh, you can say hi then.
Hi to everyone.
I love your
Sorry.
I love your sneakers. I love your sneakers. Oh,
That's
looks-
not mine eh.
Yeah,
That's Jason's.
Really? Wait, sa'yo na yan?
Sa akin na yan.
Sa akin na. Ang ganda, ang ganda. Madge, makeup, I can imagine, is such an important and integral part of a wedding, right?
Yes.
Yes. And
it's actually it's the most important aside from other things.
yes, no, but because we were talking off cam, you said bad makeup can ruin a wedding, right?
Yes,
If it's
yes.
really bad, you're like, it's your memories, like all your
Yes.
photos, sira.
And makeup, a good makeup kasi can make you feel confident.
Mm.
Yung parang, if you feel so beautiful, parang walang makakasira ng araw mo.
Ay, parang,
yun.
everything's going wrong, pero ang ganda-ganda ng makeup
Ang
ko, okay
ganda-ganda
lang.
ko. Parang everything will slide down.
I agree with that. I'm sure that can be something that they'll feel unstoppable and so confident.
Yes. So
Like,
when you're confident, parang everything is like, every problem, parang wala na lang eh.
Madge, what do brides need to consider when booking a makeup artist? We were talking about this. I'd love for you to share it.
Actually, before you start booking a makeup artist, I would like to tell the brides na they should have, from the time they are engaged, also from the time they're looking for the place and venue, if they have plans to have like facials or other changes that you want to try or Botox or something, I would really suggest that they have to do it earlier. Oh,
Earlier.
At least dapat it should be parang 2 months before or 1 month before the wedding, wala ka nang ginagawa. It should be maintenance already. You should give your skin a time to heal with things that you want to do.
Some but they do it just when they book pa lang.
Oo. Sometimes kasi parang a week before saka magpapa-skin peeling.
Hala.
So parang if you have a bad skin,
Yeah.
it's very hard for the skin to absorb makeup. So kailangan mas relax ka na and then parang dapat it's maintenance na lang. You're doing maintenance.
So what's for soon-to-wed brides watching? What's the lead time that they should give themselves?
So parang it should be 3 months before the wedding.
Nagme-maintenance ka na.
Or at
Sorry.
the latest.
You're doing all your treatments.
Doing all the treatments, doing whatever you want. Some Botox, some like
Yeah.
whatever. So
3
parang
months.
it should be, you start doing it 3 months before the wedding. A month before the wedding, wala na.
Wala na.
Wala na. It should be maintenance. Moisturizer, everyday thing. Should be like that.
And
No
not
drastic changes.
and that's definitely is it a huge difference if brides do that?
Yeah, it's a huge difference. Sobrang huge. Kasi it's easier for makeup artists.
So what happens if you have someone who's done it like parang last minute versus someone who did the 3 months routine? Pag may
Kasi
makeup mo sila.
For the skin treatment, they need to adjust also eh. May adjustment period yan eh. Sometimes, ang pinaka-worst, parang it turn out to be oily or dry, or sometimes I have brides na they peel on the wedding day.
Ala.
So yun yung mga things na parang they need to consider and ask also your doctors, the dermatologist, na this is the schedule of my wedding, so what do we need to do, something like that, if I want these certain things to be done. So dapat the dermatologist will give you a schedule.
Ayun. So there you have it. That's
Yeah.
actually such useful information.
Yes, oo.
I'm sure not all brides abide by it.
Yeah.
Really? That's a big yes. Na parang
Yes, it's a big yes.
Eri, kung alam mo lang.
Sometimes
Si Amanda's also going like yes.
sometimes
yes.
maganda pa yung skin nila when we had trial makeup.
Mm.
And then come the wedding day, parang there's something happen.
Some I see, because
Oo.
dun pa lang nila nararamdaman yung wedding nila.
Yeah.
They're in the wrong mindset of giving themselves 3 months. Dun
Yeah.
pa lang sila nagtitreat-treat, and then of course the skin is not in the best place.
Yes.
Very, very useful
Parang
information.
give your skin a time to heal
Mm.
and to time to adjust.
Very, very nice. Match with makeup naman. We were talking about this, of course, before we went live. Don't go for trends. Basically, you said you're going
Yeah.
always go with something classic or basta. Can you share with us?
Okay, because I'm not sure if everybody will agree with me, but
Yep.
I'm not a believer of trends when it comes to makeup, specifically wedding makeup.
Mm.
Kasi wedding makeup, for me, it should be classic, timeless, and then dapat yung makeup, it's all, I mean, the trends kasi come and go eh.
Yes.
Parang dapat when you look at your pictures 10 years from now, you're still happy with the
Mm.
way you look. So parang dapat ang makeup parang it's the subject, it's the bride that will shine,
Not the makeup.
not the makeup. So dapat maganda ka lang. It's the perfect version of you. It's always like that. It's not the makeup. And for me, a good makeup, kasi parang sa sobrang ganda ng makeup mo, dapat when people look at you, they forget the makeup.
They look at you.
They look at you.
Yun.
So dapat when people look at you, ay, ang ganda mo. It's not that, ay, ang ganda ng makeup mo.
It's ang ganda mo.
It's ang ganda
That's your
mo.
it's kind of like with clothes as well. It's like
Yes.
you're wearing the clothes, not the
Yeah.
clothes wearing you. You're
Exactly.
wearing the makeup, not the makeup wearing you.
Yes. Parang same thing with the suit, diba?
Mm.
Parang you can't go like super trendy, like colorful.
Yes.
Colorful
Yeah, because
suit,
if you look at
diba?
it 10 years from now or 20 years from now,
Wala.
you're like,
I hope you'll be still happy with the way
but
you look.
But if it's trendy kasi there's a risk na parang,
Yeah.
wow, what was I wearing? Parang
Yeah. Tsaka ano,
Same with
parang,
makeup.
Same with makeup.
Mm.
And then, we have a lot of things to be considered. Most especially, aside from the trends, is the weather in the Philippines. Sobrang humid sa atin. So, dapat parang make sure that your makeup will stand the weather.
the test of time
The
and the
test of
test of
time
weather.
and the test of weather.
And the test of humidity.
Yes. And I always want to stretch na parang aside, parang mostly kasi now because of a lot of products coming in. So parang they should not be focused. They should actually focus on technology. Okay, since the technology, this is kind of medyo deep down.
Yeah.
In technology kasi, parang the cameras and screen
Yes.
are high definition.
Yes.
And then 4K, 8K resolution. So parang dapat they know kung ano yung, kasi with 4K and 8K resolution,
Iba
I'm
yung-
sorry,
Go on.
you can see all the imperfection of the skin. You can see the pores, everything. So I want them to be, the bride should be very careful in choosing their makeup artist who understand high definition makeup.
May iba yon.
Ibang level.
It's different. Like if it's 1080p, medyo
Medyo parang you know you can see all the imperfections,
Oo.
diba, right? When you watch an high definition cinema, you can see all
8K.
the lines.
Oo nga, sobra.
Parang it's real na eh. So
Yes.
parang ngayon, they should focus on that instead of the trend. So parang dapat they know how their skin works on a high definition. Kasi that's the only way to go eh. Parang you have to adapt with that. So there's a certain products also and practices that you do that. So that's why I use airbrush makeup.
very, very
So
nice.
airbrush makeup answers to the needs of the high
High
definition.
definition. I see. Very, very
Yes.
nice. So, Madge, those are all such useful tips that you've
Yeah.
shared with soon-to-wed brides and maybe grooms as well who want
Yes.
to look
We
amazing.
can talk about a lot of
We
things.
can talk
around,
about
pero
all
wala,
around
we
the
don't
sun.
have enough time.
No, but it was such such useful information. Thank you so much. If people want to get in touch with you, where can they get in touch?
If you for inquiries and stuff, you can contact us as madgelejano@gmail.com. Or you can visit Instagram, but I'm not into social media.
No worries.
I'm not like him. He's very sikat.
Hindi naman.
Okay, you can email us at madgelejano@gmail.com or can call us, give us a ring, 0917 0917-894-9480.
Very nice.
Okay,
Thank you
thank you.
so much,
Thank
Madge.
you.
It was a pleasure. You did great.
Thank
Oh,
you
oh, oh.
for helping me.
Super useful. So there you have it for all soon-to-wed brides. Those are the details from Madge Lejano. From makeup, we were just talking about suits, diba? You don't want the makeup to wear you. You want to wear the makeup. It's the same with suits. So speaking of suits, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look and have a listen to Boy Kastner. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with Boy Kastner.
Hi.
Hello, good good day to you, sir. Usually, diba, of course, with a wedding, it's the bride and the gown. That's something that's very big in a wedding celebration. Pero also, the groom wants to feel special as well
Of course.
sa mga suit. Tell us your process with putting together the suit para sa groom.
Well, normally I would ask the color of the wedding gown initially, no? And then for the groom, kasi grooms, the male client, hindi siya pwede yung masyadong diverted sa personality niya.
Tama.
What can you offer with men's dressing is impeccable fit, good tailoring, and something that would really highlight his personality. You know? If hindi trendy, I would rather stick to the classic.
Tama, because you can never go wrong with
At
that.
saka hindi mo sila pwede divert, just for the wedding, they would look this way. Hindi pwedeng costume for the wedding. Unlike the wedding gown, talaga pwede bongga yan.
Is it because you want to stick to their person para komportable sila?
Yes, I don't want to stun the people in the wedding. I just want to make them look really dapper, impeccable, neat, ganon. No?
That's what you want. Have you, when you said impeccable fit, that's really what makes a groom feel, really, really good.
Yes. Kasi with men's clothing, basic naman ang designs.
Yes,
No?
of course.
Always go for the blue, the black, browns. It's the fit Kasi if you notice, you wear suits as well, di ba?
Every day.
Once ang suit doesn't fit you well, di ba ang lakas mukhang gago. Di ba?
It affects your confidence.
Yes, and then tsaka talaga your basic look, no? Like yung short ang sleeves mo.
Oh, tama.
Tapos it's not resting on your shoulder well. It really affects the look of the suit.
That's very true. You were mentioning about personality and fitting the suit to the personality of the groom. Can you give an example? Let's say, ito yung personality ng groom and this is what you put together sa suit.
Pag medyo kasi young, no? They are quite experimental.
Okay.
Yun, I would ask what type of clothes they wear. No? As much as possible, I want to check yung past pictures, what they are wearing.
Nice. That's what you do. That's
Yes.
the process. Okay.
And then from then on, I suggest, like, if you want plaids jacket for your wedding, kung outdoor. But I do as well for my overseas
course.
groom. I measure through video calls. No, I'm very well adept in measuring through video.
You can do it now.
Yes. Before the pandemic, I used to do it.
Of
na.
course, really.
Yes. Tapos upon their arrival, they would do the fitting, and
How do you do measurements through video?
I won't tell. I won't tell.
Pero you're able to do it.
Yes,
talaga.
I do it.
So that solves the overseas, the distance problem. Ang galing.
And then the time frame of the production, no? Like
How long usually?
no, if I do the measurement via video, by the time they come here, the clothes are ready to fit. I just do the alteration.
Oh, that's wonderful. There you go. So if you're an overseas client and of course you can't make it to Boys, of course, a shop, then you can do it via online. A final question, sir. When, di ba when a bride sees their gown for the first time, they're like, oh, can you walk us through how when a groom fits their suit for the final fit for the first time? Do you remember their faces, their reactions?
Para ding yung element ng bride, may gasp, no?
Really?
But then you could see the confidence in them, wearing a very well-tailored suit. The confidence you could feel. Tapos, parang after that, meron na silang parameters ng this is how I wear my suits. No? Hindi na ako pwede yung RTW yung drooping shoulder.
Wala
di ba?
na.
Wala na.
You
Meron
ne-
na silang standard.
Once you go custom
Oo.
kasi, wala
Yeah.
na. You can't go back. That's true. That's very true.
Yun ang once you tried custom, even sa pants,
Yes.
you won't go for the ready-made anymore.
You can't. It's
You
not.
can't.
You can't go back anymore.
Oo. Tsaka nataas na yung standard.
Yung tama. Kasi iba na eh. You've
Para
experienced-
babalik sa akin.
There you have it. Sir, maraming
Thank you very
salamat.
much,
Thank
Eric.
you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
So, for final details, if anyone wants to put together a suit or their outfit for their special day, where can they go?
They could check my Instagram. No? It's BKSmen or boy_Kastner. And I'm here at Inspired Beginnings with the group of Amanda Tirol.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
very
you. And with Eri.
Yes, we're in the same group. Thank
Okay,
you so
thank
much.
you
sir.
very much.
Thank you. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Boy Caster. There you go. Lovely, lovely talk with Boy Kastner. Tito Boy. Tito Boy din tawag sa...
Our Tito Boy.
The wedding industry's Tito Boy.
Yes, yes.
Parang related lang kami, nakita mo yung video. So, I am joined by Gideon Hermosa of House of Hermosa. Gids, ang dami mong nagawa. You have done amazing work with so many couples. You have Gideonized so many, a term that you coined, so many venues that were like, wow, nagawa mo yun. Like, ano yung proseso mo with couples? What's your process when you're working with them?
Okay, I always make sure kasi na mini-meet ko sila in person.
Always.
Always yun. But syempre nung nag-pandemic, lahat online, di ba? But I always take time to interview them, know their stories. Importante sa akin yun. Paano sila nag-meet, paano nag-start yung love story. Also, I always check on paano nag-propose si groom. Parang medyo may background check, kumbaga. Oo.
How does that help your styling pag naramdaman mo yun, pag na-feel
You know what? Minsan nagpa-pop yung yung ideas along the way. Minsan pag sinabi for example ni guy na nag-propose ako sa let's say Iceland.
Oh.
Nung nag-travel kami and all. So sometimes may ideas agad.
Inspiration ka nang
maybe we
pumapasok.
can do something ganito and ganyan. Or like for example, nag-meet sila sa let's say somewhere else. So usually parang kinukuha ko yung informations na yon and then ginagamit ko siya as an inspiration.
So you want...
Parang kumbaga that's one thing. Oo. Sometimes also when I check on the bridal gown kasi usually when they go to me, meron ng design yung gown o
Tama.
kaya may iniisip na siyang designs and all. So usually when I check like the gown design, minsan na-inspire ako with the lace patterns. Kasi may mga client na lumalapit sa amin minsan, meron na silang concept or meron silang gustong vibe. Actually, hindi na nga masyado uso yung theme eh. More of like the whole concept. Meaning, when you say theme kasi parang very specific lahat eh. When you say concept, kumbaga ito yung vibe. Walang specific, ito yung kailangan mong sundin. Ito yung vibe, ito yung colors, ito yung gusto nilang ma-feel
maramdaman.
pag nag-enter yung guest sa ballroom. So, mas ganon.
And that feels more accurate
Yes.
to feeling what you want to feel.
Yes, yes. So, from there, so I seek like inspirations from either the bridal gown, yung love story nila, kung paano sila nag-meet or paano nag-propose yung guy. Sometimes even, well, minsan kasi yung iba, parang they really want to incorporate what they do. Like for example, meron akong client who does mga printing and all. So, minsan nanggagaling din dun yung inspiration and we can maximize kung ano yung business nila. Like for example, parang may mga weddings ako minsan na, kumbaga, syempre if i-outsource mo yung printing, masyado nang mahal. But since I have this client na who
Tama.
does printing and all, i-maximize ko yung gamit na meron sila. Parang
Which
ganun.
helps you.
Yes, oo. So yung mga, kumbaga, pangarap ko na themes minsan and concept natutupad because na-maximize namin what they can do. Parang ganyan. So doon nag-start. Doon nag-start usually.
And
Oo.
it comes from such a, like just listening to how you're describing it, napaka-organic na process.
Yes.
And you are like that. I hear stories na minsan tinitignan mo pa lang yung venue,
That's
dun
another
nafo-form.
thing, oo.
Can you share with
yeah,
that?
like for example, venues, sobrang nai-inspire din ako with the venues. Pag sinabi nilang, for example, ang venue ko is somewhere in Palawan, it's a private island and all. Pag nakita ko yung venue, more or less nai-imagine ko na kung ano yung pwede kong gawin sa wedding. Kasi like there are venues na, I mean, okay, when you say transformation kasi, iba-ibang process yan eh.
Oo.
We have like ballrooms na tinatransform from like nothing to everything. Parang
Yes.
ganyan. We have venues also na maganda na. We enhance it also. But
Enhance na lang.
transformation pa rin yung nangyayari. So like, depende kung ano yung magiging background and all. So like for example, there's this wedding in La Union. It's a beach wedding. So maganda na yung background and all. But we have to put like structures and ganyan to enhance the place. We even had to build like a bridge sa ibabaw ng pool
Okay.
to achieve this parang Icelandic vibe.
A bridge.
So like, alam mo yung tipong ganon, kumbaga, I work on the spaces kasi may mga sizes din yan. Like for example, this ballroom.
Yes.
Ang advantage ng Conrad, for example, is we can hang trussing compared to like other venues na
Where you
kailangan may paa. So may limit lang yung sizes namin. So like for example ako, if magde-design ako ng wedding tapos dito yung venue, I take yung advantage na I can hang trussing, which I can install more like larger installations
I
because
see.
walang paa yung trusses.
Kasi
So
walang-
sometimes I always consider that. also.
It's so nice to see that you're basically a venue will have a certain type of styling that is possible na for it. Yun na yun. Parang
Yes.
ito yun yung venue na
Yes.
yun and we'll work with
Correct. So whenever I meet clients, I always, unang-una talagang question ko, saan ang venue, kailan, because I always check on the weather if it's outdoor. Syempre
Yes.
kapag tag-ulan, we have to do backup plans
Yes.
also. And of course, other personal things like yung love stories and all. So,
all that comes together.
yes. So minsan, along the way kasi habang binubuo ko yung buong concept, may mga napipick up akong designs and all eh. Like for example, I have this client na minit ko sa Vietnam 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
So,
Yeah,
they're a
you just
couple-
posted about it, yeah.
They're a couple based in Vietnam. They're getting married in Vietnam, but yung love story nila nabuo in Singapore. So they want to bring like the Singapore vibe dun sa wedding.
Mixed in.
They want their guests to experience Singapore.
Ah.
But then nung una kasi, while they are describing the things that they want for the wedding, masyadong madaming elements. So sometimes
Nagka-clash na.
Yeah. Sometimes nandun din ako to kumbaga buuin yung concept and kumbaga ayusin siya mabuti. Like tipong, okay, maybe we can focus on this side lang para hindi masyadong magulo. Things like that. Tas other details, kumbaga nadadagdag along the way. Like patterns ng invitation, I always check on that also.
Ah, really?
Even the invites design, cake design. I mean, etong karamihan, like siguro other suppliers na usually hindi ko nakaka-work or like other couple na hindi alam yung process namin. My goal always kasi is to produce events or design events na pag chinek mo or tinignan mo yung album later on,
Sync.
nagsisync lahat.
Lahat.
Oo. Even hindi ako yung supplier ng cake, even hindi ako yung supplier ng gown or ng invites or whatever. So I always check on those details
It's
also.
like there's such a strong identity.
Yes.
na
Oo.
parang,
Parang
ito
may
si-
branding, kumbaga.
No, identity, yes.
Well, yeah,
branding,
parang
yeah.
ganon,
Same.
oo.
Parang kilalang-kilala mo sila doon pa lang sa styling and
Yes,
everything when
oo.
you see it.
And
That's
also, ang
wonderful.
goal ko din kasi, when their guests enter the ballroom, they will see na sila talaga yon.
Sila
Kumbaga
talaga
sila talaga
yun.
ikakasal. That's their personality. Parang meron akong bride, kailan to? Last week lang.
Oo.
So, yung sister, nung nakita niya yung church design, as in, in-approach niya talaga ako. Sinabi sa akin, Gids, eto exactly yung gusto ng sister ko. Eto yung dream wedding niya. Eto exactly yung dinidescribe niya sa akin before na hindi ko maintindihan. But like, nung nakita niya, alam niyang yun. Parang ganon.
Wow. Ang sarap siguro ng feeling na
Sarap
yun.
ng
When you
feeling.
get it right.
Sarap
and they're
ng
like,
feeling.
Gids, you got us. Parang may ganon.
Mm.
Gids, you were talking about people with couples that really know what they want.
Yes.
Na parang, okay, ito yung gusto namin, ito. Do you have, I'm sure there are couples na parang, Gids, ikaw nang bahala. Parang may ganyan ka din na parang, Gids, ayaw naman mo, ikaw nang bahala. Do you have those?
Actually, marami din. Oo,
Marami din.
Oo. Pagka ganyan naman, okay, doon na ako nag-check ng mga saved na ideas ko from travels
yung
and
gusto
all.
mong gawin.
Yes, yung gusto mong
That's why you
gawin.
always travel.
Malaking factor yung travel sa akin.
Mm.
doon ako sobrang nai-inspire.
Ah.
Kasi like, ang events ngayon, it's not just like visual experience eh. 'Di ba? Hindi lang tipong maganda sa photo, maganda sa video. Dapat when they enter the ballroom, alam mo yon, lahat ng senses natatouch mo. So, experience talaga. Parang very experiential ang weddings or other events. So,
I agree.
So, yun yung lagi rin naming goal. So, pagka ang client lumapit sa akin, wala pa silang concept and all. Of course, it's not something na kapag lumapit sila sa akin, wala silang concept and all. Kung ano yung gusto ko, yun lang i-impose ko.
Of course.
The reason why I'm asking their love stories also, or yung story nila, or like their background, is because hindi naman common nakasave yung ideas na yon, and yun yung gusto kong gawin. Yun yung ipipilit ko. I always check kung ano yung magmamatch din sa
Mag-fit
personality nila.
Kasi even if they don't know what they want, there's still a certain person.
Yes, of
diba?
course.
Tama.
Oo naman. Tsaka syempre, since wedding nila yun, very personal lang wedding eh.
Of course.
So gusto ko, sila pa din yun. Diba?
Gids, I feel I can talk to you for 1 more hour just to talk about the thing. It was so nice to get to talk to you. This is our first interview together. You did so well. No, you did so well.
Thank you.
My God.
Thank
So,
you.
Gideon, if people want to, of course, avail of your services, where can they get in touch?
Well, actually, we have two pages. Instagram pages. I have Gideon Hermosa, my Instagram account, and we have House of Hermosa. So, for email, they can email the event studio by kids@gmail.com. So, we reply naman usually. Oo,
Yes.
sa email. Oo, importante. Importante na kapag nag-email sila, parang they know, kumbaga at least may details na sana sila.
Yes.
Para mas mabilis yung process ng inquiry.
Parang the date, the time,
Yeah,
lahat
oo.
na,
Kasi
everything.
when we accommodate inquiries, kasi those are the questions also na tinatanong namin.
Yes.
Kasi like we do customized events.
Yes.
So usually hindi kung ano yung quote namin sa isang client, it's another,
It's
it's the
different
same.
from one
Yes,
to
it's
another.
always different from one
Yes,
another.
so if you have your details, you can get to the better.
Para 'di ba mas mabilis yung process.
It's more efficient communication.
Correct. Oo.
But yes, get in touch with, of course, the email. What's the email one more time?
It's the event studio by kids@gmail.com.
The event studio by gids@gmail.com. Gideon, thank you very
Thank
much.
you,
It was a
Eri.
pleasure talking to you. And
Thank you, everyone.
thank you everyone for watching. Very cool talk with Gids over here. Gideon, speaking of suppliers you work with, we're gonna be introing a interview with Always in Motion. You
Yes,
recently did something with them, yung Shiloh,
Yes.
Shiloh to the
A
moon.
Shiloh to the moon. Yeah.
That's a new type of technology that you're working with
Yes.
styling as well.
Yes. Oo. So we combine technology with styling.
Very cool. So we're gonna go into detail with that
Yes.
with Jelvin Hernandez of
Okay.
Always in Motion. Have a watch. What's up, guys? So I'm here with Jelvin Hernandez of Always in Motion, and Always in Motion, Jelvin puts together dynamic LED walls,
LED tunnel.
LED tunnels, big dynamic LED designs, basically movement. If you want movement with your LEDs, that's something you guys do. Can you give us a clear idea of what this is?
So what we usually do with weddings, we try to make it as modern as possible, but still with a touch of the elegance and the romantic of a wedding. So we provide client-centric, very thematic. So that's why we work hand in hand with stylists talaga.
Talaga.
So as much as possible, we don't want something that is different from the style.
From the styling
From the
itself.
styling.
Because it will conflict.
So if you want a Greek wedding, a Grecian wedding, we do the Parthenon style, and we make it as cohesive as possible. And yung nga sinasabi namin, parang it feels like you're there. It's a different world.
It's more immersive.
Yeah, it's very immersive.
Very immersive. What is the experience like walking into a wedding celebration where that you guys have put that together compared to the usual standard, diba? Usually that's not everyone does, diba? Like dynamic LEDs. What's the difference?
We try to make it as I said a while ago, very thematic siya. Tapos, not everything can be done by mga construction, mga static.
Static images, yeah.
So we try to bring in those what we call grand entrance, mood setters, na parang we make it feel na okay, if our theme angelic. We try to put clouds.
Can you even do that with the floor?
Yes.
Really?
We also have LED floors, projection mapping, ceiling. Parang we try to bring in this modern technology na we can see sa mga ibang countries.
That's a step up in terms of an experience here in weddings. So if they want something that you usually don't see, this is really, doing this will definitely be that. You recently did something with Gideon, yes?
Yes.
Can you talk us through that?
It's a welcome party for Shiloh. It's called Shiloh to the Moon.
Yeah.
So what we did is we got a 20,000 lumens projector. So
That's the tunnel, no? That was the tunnel. Yeah, it made the
whole
rounds.
the whole venue is a tunnel. So we make it parang nasa ibang world.
I saw it.
So it's really Shiloh to the Moon. We try to make it as dynamic as possible. You're not just stuck in one design.
In one static design.
One static design.
But with this, you can even, let's say, 4 seasons of love.
Yes.
You can go from spring.
We actually did that.
You did that. That is wonderful. There are couples that, let's say, downloads the theme na. Dina-download na sa YouTube, which is fine. It's like, or they download images on YouTube, and that's what they project. What's the difference between doing that and working with you guys, putting together something for their personal LED designs?
We try to make it as personal as possible. We make it as realistic as possible. And also, one of the most important thing is size. Actually, we had this one wedding. It was branded as the Crazy Rich Asian Wedding.
Okay.
So one of the things that they highlighted was the LED wall, which is around more than 100 feet.
100 feet.
So it's, in terms of pixels,
You can't download that on.
it's almost 8,000 pixels.
Wow.
It's 8K. So how can you download that?
An 8K theme. You have to
Yeah.
make it.
So as much as it's made from scratch, we add the personal touch and we make sure to our couples na it's the only one, only for their wedding. Nobody else has that.
You don't reuse.
We don't use it.
Thank you so much, Jelvin. So if couples or clients would like to avail your services, where can they get in touch with you guys?
You can follow us on Instagram and Facebook. It's Always in Motion Live. It's at Always in Motion Live. And you can check out our different installations here in Inspired Beginnings. We have LED tunnels, projection mapping, and different kind of stuff that
That they can enjoy. Yes. That they can enjoy and experience. So there you have it, Always in Motion. Jelvin Hernandez, thank you very much. You can check him out, and I appreciate the time. Always in Motion. There you have it. That was a lovely chat with Jelvin Hernandez, taking you through their process and, of course, what they do and their services for couples and events. So now, ladies and gentlemen, from, of course, Always in Motion, we are going to be jumping into, of course, the wedding cake is such a huge factor and, of course, part of moments and traditions when it comes to a wedding celebration. So we're going to be talking to Chef Eileen Conde of Honey Glaze Cakes. Check this out.
Hello everyone, this is Chef Eileen Conde of Honey Glaze Cakes. We would like to invite everyone to join us in Inspired Beginnings because we have exciting prizes that await you, and we would just like to invite you to come join us for a cake tasting in our store, because whenever you would want to book a cake with us, give us a call, and please check our website, check our IG, our Facebook page, Honey Glaze Cakes, and then we would love to assist you in setting up an appointment with you for a cake tasting, and then we will guide you for your cake design. We would love to sit down with you and help you out on your how you would envision your cake to be. Please give us a call and visit us anytime. Thank you. Hope to see you.
Thank you so much, Chef Eileen. There you have it. So, of course, we have the details with Chef Eileen over there. From the wedding cake, we are gonna be jumping. Ay, nako, these guys. We've been working together for years. The band, the music is such a big part of a wedding celebration. So we are gonna be hearing from the best. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Third Avenue. Hi everyone, I am so happy to be joined by Third Avenue. Oh, how nice. Nice,
The song.
very nice. Wait. What? Wait, what's...
Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun.
Lord, tigil natin yung interview.
It's
Tigil natin.
alright.
Tigil. It's not alright. It's not. What a wonderful way to start this interview. Kayo talaga.
That's how much we love you,
Ang
brother.
galing nyo. Ang galing nyo.
I'm sorry, I need
Lumabas
shades. I
lumabas
need
yung-
shades, please.
Gusto mong lumabas yung ugat ko, lalabas yung ugat ko. Pwedeng ito na yung angle. Lalabas kasi yan dito eh. But anyways, guys, we've worked together for years. We've shared so many special celebrations. For couples who are looking to, of course, get a band, and what exactly, how do you make a wedding celebration special? What are the things that you guys take charge of when it comes to wedding celebration?
Well, basically, we do a church ceremony to reception. At the church, we do the entire ceremony, the parts of the mass, and then at the reception, we transform into a full band for dinner music and party music, and of course, the other important parts of the reception program.
That's correct. The after party as well?
Yes, of
Yes.
course, of course.
Traditions as well. What's the difference between getting a band like yourselves and let's say a couple just going with maybe a playlist? What's the difference? What's just to compare the what they can get by getting a band?
All right. Well, in our case, at the church, we have our own versions of the songs, all liturgical, by the way, for Catholic ceremonies. And what's good about getting a live band or musicians at the church is that you have the liberty of choosing the songs that you really like. In our case, it doesn't need to fit into just a certain genre. You can choose whatever genre you like, from whatever songs from whatever genre you like. It may be rock, it may be R&B, it may be a fast or dance song. We can rearrange it and make it perfect for their bridal march, for example.
And what I've noticed, because I've been working with Third Avenue for years, what I've noticed is it's so much more emotional when it's live.
Yes.
Like yung moments, like for me, if you really just put music and your talents into a moment, let's say for a first dance, for example, iba talaga when it's a band. And one of my favorite things that you guys do is when you fade the ang swap, it's a little thing, pero you guys fade when you end the moment. Kasi for the first dance, you guys really smoothly end that.
If you have it canned, kasi diba, they just cut it, fade out the music. In our case, we choose a part of the song that's the best way to end it. So yeah, and you just talked about emotional, and these two, they cry all the time. The bridal marches, yeah, we get carried away also.
I don't get to see your faces kasi when I know.
time.
So you really feel it.
Yes.
Really?
Yes, we do. So we hide behind, behind the stage.
Oh.
It's a very special moment, even if it's not ours.
No, but you guys are part of that. You
Yeah.
make that moment so emotional. Where do you cry most? Do you cry when you're singing for the wedding march, or do you cry with the father-daughter, a first dance, or the mother and son? Which one's the
All of the above.
Yes.
Mostly a tie between bridal march
march.
and
Father and daughter.
father and daughter.
Yes.
those become really, really emotional. Kasi you're seeing them and then you see the groom.
And also kasi, before we sing, we have to feel
Of course.
the song, the moment, everything. Kasi we have to make it very, very memorable for the
Tama.
for the bride and the father, It's
I
a very
think it's one
special
of the
moment.
advantages din pala of having a live band. Yes, kasi di ba, kunyari, before the program, we talk about how short the first dance or the father and daughter dance will be. But then, at the moment we see that they are really into it, we extend
Yes, tama,
Diba?
tama,
I-extend
tama.
it.
Because if you, kung nag-sync, parang or biglang nagyakap,
Oo.
they hug,
Yeah.
you let it happen, di ba? You don't cut it.
Yes.
And not all have the presence of mind to extend it. Sometimes they just cut it.
Yes.
But wonderful that you guys highlight. If you notice that they're still having a moment, you'll extend the
Yes,
song.
of course.
That's lovely. Okay, I think one way for everyone to get to see what you guys do is to kind of showcase it. So I believe, are we gonna do first dance for this one?
Yeah.
Yes.
We've done this for the first dance before. Yeah.
The
in our
song
previous wedding.
is?
Panalangin.
Okay,
Yeah.
so for couples watching, imagine that we're about to intro the first dance. Ladies and gentlemen, the couple's first dance.
Panalangin ko sa habang buhay, makapiling ka, makasama ka, yan ang panalangin ko. At hindi papayag ang pusong ito, mawala ka sa aking piling, mahal ko iyong dinggin. Wala nang iba pang mas mahalaga sa tamis na dulot ng pag-ibig nating dalawa. At sana na may makikinig ka at ang aking sasabihin, minamahal kita. Shubidubidu, oh, 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 panalangin ko sa habang buhay, makapiling ka, makasama ka, yan ang panalangin ko. At hindi papayag ang pusong ito, mawala ka sa aking piling, mahal ko iyong dinggin.
Parang nakita ko yung asawa ko eh. Parang nagda-dance kami. Hindi nasilaw pa. Hindi nasilaw.
Sorry.
Nagmo-moment ako sa inyo eh. Talagang sinira na. No, but that was wonderful. That was wonderful. And for couples watching, these are just a few things that Third Avenue can do.
And acoustic pa lang yan.
And acoustic pa lang yan. Wala pang full band setup. Yeah, so basically, for me kasi, first dance moments, father and daughter dance moments, mother and son dance moments, walk down the aisle moments, and of course, the dinner party and the after party. These are all the things that Third Avenue does. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Our pleasure.
If anyone wants to get in touch, if any couples or clients are interested to get in touch and book you guys, where can they go?
Yes, please allow us to make your special day extra special. Please contact us at 0917-620-4656 or 0917-327-3AVE.
3AVE.
Yeah. All right.
3283.
And for your Instagram?
Yeah, we have our Instagram account. Please follow us. Third Avenue Music. And we also have our Facebook page, Third Avenue Music as well.
You can also book us via our website at
Right.
www.thirdavenuemusic.com.
Shoot us an email also, info@thirdavenuemusic.com.
Yes!
There you have it. That is all the contact details for Third Avenue, guys. Thank you so
Our pleasure.
much.
We love you, bro.
Love
you know
guys
that.
as well, even if you hurt me. Love you guys. Third Avenue, everyone. Tama na. Thank you.
There you have it, Third Avenue, just doing what they do best. Nakita mo yun? Did you see what they... Third Avenue talaga. I mean, but anyway, jokes aside, they are amazing. They do what they do best. And you can definitely feel and hear it from them. Coming from that, from Third Avenue, we are going to jump to such an underrated supplier for couples. This is lights and sound. And for couples, of course, you're having this for the first time. But of course, for suppliers who've seen things go wrong because couples didn't invest in a proper lights and sound supplier who know what they're doing, it can make or break a wedding celebration. So this is, of course, LX Events Pro, one of the best. Let's have a look and have a listen to what they have to say.
Hi, I am Trojan Darsen of LX Events Pro. LX Events Pro is not just your ordinary lights and sounds provider. We are a one-stop shop that supplies lights, sounds, truss, LED wall, and custom stage rentals. We have been around since 2014, and in 2016, we introduced innovations like the silver and gold mirror aisle and custom staging fit to the client's theme and needs. These innovations are still trending on events today. LX Events Pro is heavily invested on branded equipments and highly trained technicians to make sure that the clients, performers, and even the hosts are satisfied with the quality of our service. The standards of events have been elevated over the years, and I take pride that LX Events Pro is equipped and ready as ever to electrify your next celebration. See you on your next event.
Thank you very much, Alex Events Pro. From Lights and Sound, invitations is, of course, the beginning of getting the wedding celebration rolling. This is where you invite your guests. This is where you make them feel special by inviting, of course, each and every one of them. And we are going to be talking to Mela of Casale Invitations. Okay, so we are here with Mela of Casale Invitations. Invitations is basically the official beginning, diba? Or like it's
The introduction.
the introduction of a wedding celebration. First and foremost, before we go into the process of how you do this with your clients, with couples, why are invitations so important?
I think invitations are important because it's the announcement. You need to let people know. And if it's a formal event, you need to set the tone that it's going to be a formal event, a fun event, you know, the theme of your wedding, out of town. So I think invitations really let people know and inform them, like, you need to get ready for our big day.
Yes, it's also, I guess, making guests feel special.
Yes, making guests feel special, like, especially when you put their names on there. Also for the entourage, the principal sponsors, having their names printed on a piece of paper that you give out to everyone really makes them feel like, wow.
Yeah, we're like, oh, I'm invited. Oh, you're like, look, honey, oh, look, I'm part of it. Yeah. Oh, that's definitely, that I can understand that. Mela, can you take us through the process of designing an invitation for a particular couple, if you can share with us your process?
So with Casale, we're very personal. We don't have templates. So I really try to get to know the couple. So we meet, well, nowadays via Zoom. Before I would do it in person, and I would ask them, like, what's the theme of your wedding? What are you looking for? If they don't know, I usually show them a bunch of things and ask what they love and what they hate. And from there, like, we create several design studies, and it's a very collaborative process where we go back and forth. Like, they tell me, oh, this is what I want, no, take this out, change the color. It usually lasts for like a month or two of back and forth, and then when it's done, we print out a test print so they see like one actual copy, and when they're happy, then we mass produce and send it out.
Do you remember the faces of your couples when they first see their invitations?
Well, I'm not in front of them, but usually they send me texts, which I screenshot. Like, yeah, like, it's amazing. Like, I could never think of this. Thank you very much. All those, you know.
So for example, let's say you have a fun couple, or like, what would be the certain aspects you would do to put together their invitation?
I recently had a couple where their theme was gin and tonic and Beauty and the Beast combined. Okay. And it's really unique, right? Yeah, so what we did was we drew elements. I drew elements of like gin and tonic botanicals and Beauty and the Beast elements, and we put it all together in one like classy invite. It wasn't cartoonish or anything, but really showed their personality. And it was still formal because it was a formal event.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Mela, thank you so much. So if you'd like to, of course, have your personalized invitations done by Mela, if you can give your details.
You can visit www.kasali.ph.
There you have it. Thank you so much, Mela. And yes, there you go. For your invitations, you can go to Mela for, of course, your personalized invites for your friends and family.
There you have it. Thank you very much, Mela of Kasali Invitations. Of course, the details were given if you guys want to avail of Mela's services. And now, I am joined with a man that needs no introduction, Jason Magbanwa.
Hey, Ari.
What's up, man? It's good to see you.
Happy to be here. So excited. It's been ages since our last bridal fair, I'm sure for both of us.
Yes.
And this is the second day here in Conrad. I'm just happy to be here, seeing all the people.
It's nice to see everyone.
Yep,
It's
like
nice to see
parang-
our colleagues.
Like a year ago, it's like, oh, this is never coming back.
No. But here we are, and of course,
I was very hopeless.
but there's some hope. This is
Look at it,
definitely
yeah.
hope because we see everyone's together and it's wonderful. Jason, you have established the SDE in wedding industries. Can you share with us how you work with couples? How does it start when they get in touch with you and you're already starting to see and tell their story?
Very, very interesting. Because I always say this when I do workshops for videographers, though. Essentially, all weddings are the same.
Yes.
Like you know, somebody dresses up, they get married, and people eat. Right.
Yes.
So it's up to the videographer, the photographer, like people who tell the stories of the wedding day, to find an angle and to find something very unique to the couple. So it's good for the couple and it's good for the creator. It's good for the couple because, you know, when they watch something, they feel that it's theirs. That story is theirs, right? And at the same time, for the creator, me as a videographer, it's like I'm doing this shit like 24/7, 7 days a week,
Yeah.
like 12 months in a year.
Yeah.
Nakakapagod yun.
Yes, of course.
Parang, dude, you get it, right? Sometimes you don't want to tell the same joke all over again.
Yes,
right?
of course.
You pace it.
You want to change it up.
You space it out.
You want to
right?
evolve, yeah.
And then for us as a creator, as somebody who makes videos, I don't want to like do something like every Saturday and Sunday of the week. Kailangan I have to shake it up.
Yeah.
So I must find a unique angle, a unique entryway
That's
into
authentic.
how
That's
I tell
authentic
the
to the
story.
couple. That's authentic to the couple.
Yes.
Yes.
And therefore, to start the process, I must meet the couple. You know, I miss meeting the couple in real life. I know you don't do real life meeting because I understand. Totally
Yeah,
understand.
not-
you have a family.
Yes.
You have a young kid.
Yes.
I'm dying to meet my couples face to face.
What's the difference for
It's
you?
different. I mean,
Feel mo sila. Mas feel mo sila.
I mean, Zoom is better than nothing.
Yes.
Right? Online is better than nothing. But the non-verbal cues, meeting them, shaking their hand.
Energy.
Exactly. And those are abstract, vague things that only people who like to talk and
Yes.
people who like to express themselves
Communicate.
understand, right?
Yes,
Like
yes.
communicators. And that energy, that's super important. Because I have to know them. I have to know them. And this is, like, people might call this BS, but it's really part of the process.
It is. No,
Right?
it is. It's
Right?
not BS at all. It's absolutely part of the process.
Because I drive this all the time, and I'm afraid that's parang feeling ko, parang, Jason, that's BS. That's not true. That's not true.
No,
but it is so true.
Weddings are personal.
I need to know how they got together. I need to know like how long they've been dating, what they're into, what they watch, because things, the details that I get from that, it makes me it gives me an angle. It gives me an entryway into the story. Whether it's their love for anime, right?
Yes.
Like, whether it's
Yes.
their love for anime, how maybe an age gap, or maybe if it's a long distance love affair. I get from that, and that serves as a bedrock to how I will make the video for them.
Very, very interesting. Do you when you get that inspiration from them, can you talk us through what a couple would experience? Let's say you're done through the meeting process, and the first thing that you'd usually shoot is their
Okay. Objects first.
Yes,
Right.
okay.
Object. We go there very early, and then objects, and a little bit of makeup.
This is on the day, yes?
That's right.
This is on
and
the
there
day.
are levels to this, There is levels to this. Like, I'm not just showing objects for the sake of showing, like, I want a fancy ring shot. No, because I feel that those objects hold an intrinsic value to them as a couple. Maybe it was an heirloom. Maybe it's like, the dream engagement ring. Maybe the bridesmaids help with packing the gifts to be distributed later in the reception.
Yes.
I want to, like, what is the layer below that object, right?
To the story.
Exactly. When I shoot makeup, I don't shoot makeup per se, right? I look for energy. I look for enthusiasm. How nervous is this bride?
Oh.
Right? Like, is she fidgeting?
Ah,
Is she
ganda.
non-stop talking? Is she talking about how they got together? Is she talking about, I think he's gonna cry while I walk down the aisle? I look for energy. So, ganun yung process. There's always like a secondary layer to what I shoot on the surface level. Ayan.
And you add that to telling their story.
Correct.
Like, these
And
are the
then-
things that tell the story of the day, diba?
Exactly. And then during the editing, I'm shooting. Sometimes, I'm just on my computer. But what I do is, like, I piece all of that together in my mind na. Like, hey, you know what? It's the only daughter. The only daughter. I bet the dad is gonna cry later. Like,
Yeah.
buckets.
Yeah.
I saw the way that he looked at her at the room, at the suite. I gotta make sure I have a camera trained at him during the ceremony.
Very, very
Because
nice.
I picked that piece of information early on, and then
You'll
I
use
take a
it.
note, mental note. Okay, ito mangyayari dyan mamaya. And then piece it together. Here's what I do. Here's what I do. I hear the priest talk about or the pastor talk about something, and I see something relevant that I filmed in the morning. It's a mental jigsaw puzzle.
that
And
you put together on the day.
Man,
It's
man,
hard.
you're there early,
Yes.
and I'm in the room,
Yes.
and I'm in in front of
Yes,
the computer.
I
That's
see.
what I'm doing. I'm piecing the puzzle.
You're piecing the puzzle, and it's such. I highly respect editors that can just execute such art and work in that limited amount of time.
You have to be a little bit of crazy.
You have a little bit in the way you just work with and putting that together. Do you have favorite shots that you love to capture? Do you have?
I like
know
group
it's-
shots.
I know there are a lot, pero do you have
Yeah.
any?
I like shooting people, really. Candids. I like how people react to certain things happening on the wedding day.
Organic.
Whether it's the bride walking down the aisle and the groom's like big sigh, a silent tear, or buckets. I like those. And come on, yun ang bumibenta sa takilya eh.
Yes.
That's when the people really shout.
You feel it.
"Woo!"
You feel it.
Because it's a communal experience, and I guess that's why I still love doing same day edits.
Of course.
Even though I've been doing it for a long time, parang they get to share in the moment, eh. And that's like the magic of a movie house.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Jason, this is something I've always wanted to ask you. Music is such a big factor. When you pick the music for the couple or for the day, do the couple usually have an idea of the song they want, or do you pick it for them, or you pick it based on what happened and what you captured that day?
Early on in the meetings, I would always tell them that, you know what, I have a handful of selections for that particular day based on the feel, based on the mood of what happened, right? So I get to pick. I have a folder of music, and then I want it appropriate because if I pre-select the music and then the footage doesn't apply to, like, it's not fit for the music that I pick, may disconnect yon. It will show,
Hindi
right?
siya nag-aano.
Yeah, if you have a truly emotional, cinematic score, but then everybody's just laughing and smiling and dancing, di
bagay.
pasok yun.
Di bagay.
So I must always, like, footage first, events first, and then, hey, what's appropriate for this, to their personality, to their, to how the couples are, and to the celebration itself, to the wedding itself.
Because you can't just shoot fitting on the music. Because if you go
Hindi
music
pwede.
first, you're just like,
Oo.
I have to shoot it like this, but they might
Correct.
be,
And to
certain
be
things
honest,
might
I
happen.
used to do that. Na parang, hey, I heard this song. It's a nice cover of X song, or like, I really, really want to use this. But then, like, midway during the edit, it's like, I'm not feeling it.
Nagka-clash.
And I have been, like, my shooters know this. Like, parang I have been known to change music at the reception because this doesn't work. This doesn't feel right.
It doesn't feel right.
It's a feeling.
No,
more than anything.
And that feeling is, I think, you trust your instincts.
Yep,
Because
yep.
energy doesn't lie.
And
How it feels doesn't lie.
And it always pays off, man. Yeah.
Very, very nice. Jason, how to end, what's the most you've shot so many couples, you've told so many stories. What for you is the most fulfilling part of doing all of this on a wedding celebration?
You know what? When I do weddings, no, and then we make videos, we make films for these couples, I'm looking at it this way, na, legacy. No, not my legacy. The
There.
hell with that.
Yes.
It's the legacy that I will leave, that video will leave to to the generations that will follow the couple. Because I've been doing this for a long time. May mga nagsasabi sa akin, "Hey Jason, my 5-year-old or my 2-year-old is watching our video."
Oh, ang
And they're
ganda
saying that parang, "Hey, dad, mom, but wala pa kami dyan." Hey, that was a time before you guys.
Ang
It's like
ganda.
to be able to witness that love, right? Essentially, that's what we're doing. No? That
Yes.
love and commitment.
Yes.
And they have a role model na parang, hey, this is how my parents love each other, and this is what I want to have. So yung legacy na matitira na parang they're gonna have that forever because everything lives on in the internet. They have a copy of that and they're gonna watch it. It's like, come on. Great grandparents or grandparents.
Yes.
You see a picture.
Yes.
You see a picture. It's like black and white sepia.
Yes.
And it's everything.
Yes.
And then they have audio, video, music. They watch their parents when they're 25, 35. That's going to be special.
They'll always have that.
They will always have that.
And you had the privilege to tell their story.
That is the most special thing.
Very, very nice. Mr. Jason Magbanua, ladies and gentlemen. Jason, thank you so much.
Oh, Harry, it's been a pleasure.
Pleasure chatting with you. Thank you. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's our team. It's been a pleasure to chat with everyone. Amanda Tirol, ladies and gentlemen. Jelvin Hernandez, Gideon Hermosa, Pat D, Patricia Santos. We've had Chef Eileen of Honey Glazed Cakes. We have Boy Kastner as well. We had Madge Lejano. We had Mela of Casale Invitations. And we had Third Avenue.
What a freaking memory, man.
Yeah.
Like all 13.
Yes.
Like on the top of your big bald head, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's I think it comes in faster. Nag-bolded to talaga si J.
We have a booth.
We have a booth.
We have
a
a
booth. And it's right over there. You'll see, of course, Patricia Santos with her creations there as well. For those who are interested and who want to pop by, this is the last day for Inspired Beginnings 2022 here at Conrad Manila. Thank you for taking the time to chat. We hope these conversations have been helpful for you. Jason, as always, pleasure. Thank you very much, and stand by for the other teams who will be, of course, showcasing their talks throughout the day. Thank you so much.